So here's how you set up the USS Sims I made in one of my videos. You're going to want to get the tool gun. Press tab to open it. You want to go over to load, and you're going to want to press folder and paste the schematic in there. Next, you're going to want to close it and then reopen it again. Go back to load, and then click on the one that says 7-foot ice cream _ Sims class destroyer. Now we're going to use world edit and do /up1, which will spawn a glass block below you. And then now right click on the glass block with the schematic, and this will paste it in. Now, I was just having a creative physics staff to fix its rotation, as it was very broken there. Now we're going to have to do a little bit of setup, and that involves grabbing some steel cables from Crate Deep Sea, breaking and replacing these cable mounts, and right clicking them all over here. Now this thing actually auto balances itself, so once you have it upright you don't need to have it frozen with the staff. But we can grab all the controllers. So we have the turrets for the front, the turrets for back, and the torpedo tubes front and back. Now, nothing will actually work as this does not have rotational power. So we are going to go inside all the way to the engine room right here and give it rotational power. Now, you want to right click on the large engines here and here. If you don't get the shafts first try, you want to right click again, maybe shift right click. So we've got to get it so the shafts are like this. Alright, so once you have the shafts like that, you'll see it will not start. So flick this lever to start it, and then once it starts moving faster, you can flick it again to turn it off. So this is our portable engine, which just gives it a little kickstart. Now, right here, this is the fuel tank, and we have a creative fuel tank here. In case this runs out of fuel, you can turn this, and then it will start pumping creative fuel into here. But if we turn it now, it will stop, I think. Now it won't pump fuel in here, and as you'll see, we are slowly using fuel. I'm just going to turn that back on though, since this is a setup video. And now that everything is basically set up, you'll see that the radar is moving and so is the camera. So we can move the turrets in the front. W and S turns the guns up and down, A and D turns them left and right, and you fire them with the shift key. And that's the same for basically everything. The back ones, W and S moves them up and down, A and D left and right, and you fire them with shift. Now the torpedo tubes are the same, but you can't raise or lower them. So A and D is left and right, and then shift fires the torpedoes. Now there are mechanical arms that load them, so you don't have to worry about loading them manually, as there are 2 mechanical arms and 1 mechanical arm on each one that loads it. Now up here is how you actually control it. So this is the throttle lever. If we set this to 0, we'll be moving at max speed. But we're going to set this around to 11 here, just so we start slowly moving. When we turn the ship helm 45 degrees, it moves it that way, so it starts moving us this way. Same if we turn it the other way, it'll start moving us this way. So that is basically the steering and the throttle, and this lever just puts it in reverse. Next, we're going to want to right click this network controller and right click it on the radar monitor. We're going to have to do that again on the radar. So once we right click it here, now the radar down here will work. We go here, we need to break and replace it first though. And when we right click this to here, now you can see it starts showing what's around us. By flipping this lever, it will turn on the camera, which is right in front of the radar, which can kind of give you a heads-up view of the area around you if the radar isn't doing it. But that will be it for this setup. If you want this build for yourself, it's on my Patreon, link in the description.